What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another part of What If Naruto Had Straight Hands. This is going to be the finale, so thank you guys for the support that you guys have shown this series thus far, and with no further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. Also, remember, God loves you. Anywho, enjoy.
Hey Ross, sauce it up.
What do you mean we're just getting started, Naruto? Have you any idea how long we've been out here? It's been about 4 hours. We got here at 3 a.m. and it's already 7. What are you talking about? And Naruto looks at him and says, look, Sasuke, if you want to stay weak, you can leave. Like, you can get out of here. I'm not going to stop you. But if you want to keep getting stronger, then we have another 6 hours ahead of us. And since it looks like you're about to pass out, I guess we can take a little break. Naruto from here turns to Sasuke and says, come on, come with me. And Sasuke follows Naruto. They then make their way towards Ichiraku Ramen shop, and once there, they both end up eating a good amount of food. Following this, Naruto would ask for 2 little buckets of water, and they would end up taking them, and Sasuke would be having to actually take them both in each arm. Now, Naruto would do something interesting with Sasuke, and he would tell him that for every time that he drops water on their way towards the training grounds again, Naruto is going to make him do 100 push-ups for each little droplet of water that falls. Like if he drops like a splash of water, like let's say he's walking a little fast, a little water spills out, that's 100 push-ups. So Sasuke would proceed to walk, and he spills water about approximately 6 times. So now Sasuke has to do 600 push-ups, and Sasuke is completely tired after that. But Naruto says, all right, day 1 of training, I think that the best course of action here would probably be to teach you how to take a hit. And Sasuke would be like, what are you talking about, Naruto? I already know how to take a hit. I mean, I'm a ninja after all. He smirks and says, this part will be easy. And Naruto says, oh, do you? You know exactly how to take a hit? And Sasuke says, of course he does. Naruto from here goes on a 1-inch punch Sasuke in the gut, and Sasuke would proceed to cough out blood as he would say, what'd you do that for? And Naruto just looks at him and says, well, that's one of the hits you're going to be having to take every single day. And Sasuke's just like, nah, bro, like, what are you talking about? Like, you're insane if you think I'm going to let you punch me like that. And then Naruto's like, oh, you don't have a choice, Sasuke. From here, he begins to literally ragdoll on Sasuke and just beat him down to the ground over and 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 over. And Sasuke gets to the point where he's like basically just about to collapse in pain. Like, it's bad how much pain Sasuke is currently in. Like, let me just like say it like this. Sasuke is having a very, very terrible day right now. And it's just not going to get better, to put it lightly, okay? So Sasuke's having a tough time. And what would pretty much end up going down after this is that we would fast forward about, say, a week after the not attack on the Leaf Village, considering that this time Orochimaru, he kind of proceed away. He kind of like got scared off, right? And so what would pretty much end up happening is that there is no search for Tsunade arc, and instead when the Akatsuki members end up arriving to the village and they try to kidnap Naruto, this time around what would end up actually going down is going to be very, very impressive, because Naruto and Sasuke would pretty much be walking down the village and they would be doing their usual training. They'd be doing like a little jog around the village, when suddenly to their left they end up noticing that there's 2 individuals with cloaks and a bunch of Jonin there fighting against them. My guy at this current moment would be looking at the ground and trying to face off against Itachi, but it's just not working. Ultimately, Itachi would place him under a Genjutsu, and Sasuke, realizing who this is, would immediately rush in and be like, Itachi! Charging up a Chidori immediately, rushing in as Itachi simply catches him by the arm and then would proceed to put him into a Genjutsu. That would be when Naruto would come in and throw a kunai in the middle of both he and Kisame, and Naruto in one swift motion would do a split kick to hit both of them before then grabbing Kisame's body and tossing it into Itachi. Both of them would fall to the ground, and Kisame would get up in rage saying, this kid, as he'd say, I'm gonna enjoy tearing you limb from limb. And Naruto would laugh and say, I'd love to see you try. getting into a battle stance as he would turn towards Kisame and say, "Let's go." And Kisame would rush in with his blade, trying to cut towards Naruto, but Naruto would easily be able to jump over it and simply weave and dodge, having it so that no attack that Kisame tried to throw at him would have worked whatsoever. Like, it literally was just so easy for Naruto. It was like nothing, you know? And so what would pretty much end up going down after this is that Naruto would turn towards the direction of Kisame, and when he swings his sword at him, Naruto catches it with one hand, then he would spin it in his hand, throw it away, and Kisame would like pretty much end up weaving hand signs for a water style. Immediately, this gigantic wave of water would come in, and it would engulf Naruto. Naruto would be sent back flying, and as soon as that happens and Naruto's about to get up, Itachi would follow that up with a fire style fireball jutsu. However, Naruto would easily be able to deflect that one with an earth style mud wall, and eventually he would blitz right behind Itachi being shocked at the fact that he couldn't track him with his Mangekyo, and Naruto would proceed to straight just like hit him in a pressure point that would cause Itachi, like, one of his legs to fail. I mean, he hits him in the back of the thigh, and Itachi just falls, and he's on one knee at this current moment trying to hold himself up. But suddenly, Naruto would then tap him 3 more times, causing Itachi to then fall onto the ground completely paralyzed. Only thing he's able to move at this current moment is his eyes, and now he has to watch as Kisame gets absolutely bodied, and Naruto would blitz in at Kisame with his own blade, cutting Kisame in half, and pretty much turning back towards Itachi and saying that the honor of being taken out won't be his, it'll be Sasuke's. As Sasuke would walk over, and he would end up pretty much smirking before saying, "This is for our clan," as he slams his Chidori into Itachi, and Itachi straight dies. Like, he doesn't even get the chance to tell Sasuke like, "Oh, you know, it was the clan," like none of that, bro. He dies just like with Sasuke thinking he was a villain, just like Itachi wanted, right? And then after that would end up going down, Naruto and Sasuke would continue their training. 3 years of training would go by, and during this time, Sasuke would end up getting insane hands. We're talking, Sasuke gets so strong in these 3 years that genuinely speaking, he could body Obito. Like I don't even want to sugarcoat it, y'all. Like, he could genuinely just destroy Obito by himself, right? And so what would pretty much end up going down after this is that because the attack on the Hidden Leaf Village would have gone down almost like it was in canon, what would pretty much end up going down is that they would then be informed of the fact that they have to go on a mission. Now, what is this mission, you guys might be asking? You guys are like, oh yeah, what mission is it? Well, the mission pretty much consists of saving the Kazekage, Gaara. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura with the 100 healings jutsu would all make their way there, and with Kakashi as mission leader, they end up making their way towards the village, ultimately finding out that Kankura was poisoned. Sakura heals him, and eventually they make their way towards the cave where Gaara is currently being taken his tailed beast out of, right? The operation would have just finished, and Gaara would have completely just died after having that happen to him, and Naruto would immediately blitz in, and with one straight perfect punch to Sasori's puppet, it would just shatter, and Sasori's true form would finally be unveiled. Naruto from here would grab Sasori, toss him away up into the air, and Sasuke would lunge in at him with a Chidori already charged as he pierces it straight through the heart of Sasori. And from here, Naruto would turn towards Deidara, who would immediately try to escape with a clay bird, but Naruto from here would go on to use clairvoyance as he would begin to see everything around himself as if he had a Byakugan. Naruto from here would proceed to say, "Lightning style, lightning's whirlwind," as a lightning cage would end up around, like, surrounding all of them, right? And then this like lightning cage would be like spinning at such a rate that like Deidara just couldn't get out of there. The second that his clay bird touched it, the explosion would have gone off, and then Deidara would just be completely trapped inside with them. He can't get out, and then Kakashi would turn towards him as he simply Mangekyo Sharingans him out of existence with his Kamui, and Deidara would die in the Kamui dimension due to lack of food, right? And so that's pretty much how that arc pretty much plays out. And after we have that go down, we then have the arc where Naruto has to go off and fight again. Sorry boys, I literally just ate food. So yeah, sorry about that. But no, yeah, Naruto has to go off, and he's pretty much in search of trying to, like, I don't want to use the word save. Like, he's on the search for like trying to beat down Hidan, because Hidan and Kakuzu would have just been responsible for the death of Asuma. right? One of the hidden village like members who's like really cool and all that cool stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much what would end up going down. And because of that, what would pretty much also end up going down is that Naruto would just kind of begin getting ready for whatever is to come, you know what I mean? Like he's just preparing himself mentally, and Sasuke and himself would actually both be meditating. They'd be on top of a hillside when suddenly Kakazu and Hidan would make their presences known, and Naruto would turn to Sasuke before saying, "Go take care of them and show them that move I taught you." Sasuke from here would smirk before then cloning himself 100 times and then rushing in there. All of those Sasuke clones would then proceed to jump up into the air, and they would proceed to all use a water style jutsu, causing a tsunami of water, the likes that Hidan and Kakazu had never seen before, to completely flood them. And from here, Sasuke would then proceed to say Chidori, lightning stream, as he slams his hand into the tsunami itself, and conducting electricity, it would absolutely destroy the bodies of Hidan and Kakazu. However, they don't die due to the nature of their immortality, and then Sasuke would then blitz in and straight just KO them like Super Smash Bros. Like version. Like he straight gets a power up like mid blitzing them and just KO, you know, like Sasuke wins, like would pretty much basically end up popping up on the screen. It'd be legendary, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. And what would end up going down after this is that we would end up having Naruto simply turn towards the direction of where all of that would have ended up happening, spitting towards the ground and then saying, well, that's that. And then Shikamaru, Choji and Ino would end up arriving, being like, what did we miss? And then Naruto's like, oh, nothing, you know, we beat those guys, they were nothing. And from here, you know, like they're just shocked, they're just like, what? Like seriously, like there's no way that you beat them like just like that, bro. Like what's up with that? Like those guys are supposed to be like super strong. And Naruto's like, super strong? He literally laughs, and then he's like, nah, bro, like those guys are everything but strong. And then he proceeds to make his way back towards the village. Eventually the day would come where Pain would end up arriving at the village. However, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, seeing as Obito already knows that Itachi and Kisame were both taken out by this Naruto fellow when he was just a genin, or like a kid, you know, like 13, he decided that he's not gonna be sending Pain in by himself. Himself, Pain, Konan would all be the ones who end up pulling up on him, and they're like, you ready? You know what I mean? Like all three of them pull up, and then Pain uses his Chibaku Tensei, is it Chibaku Tensei or is it, I don't know, but basically the jutsu that destroys everything in the Hidden Leaf Village. Following the destruction of all of that and the collapse of the Hidden Leaf Village, suddenly Naruto would just be standing there in a crater. As from here, he turns up to the sky, and seeing Pain, Naruto would immediately blitz up there as he creates clones mid-air that he would step off of, and they would just disperse. Like he steps on them, poof, 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 poof. But once he makes it to the top, suddenly a man in a mask would come rushing at him with a kunai in hand, and Naruto would proceed to simply weave mid-air Ultra Instinct style and straight punch, but he would punch straight through Obito. Naruto, however, would still be making his way, and his trajectory would be going towards Pain, and once he passes Obito, Naruto would shatter the Diva Path, like completely destroying it, seeing as the 5-second charge up wasn't completely done. And then after that would happen, we would end up seeing Naruto land on the ground, Konan shooting origami paper at him, but then suddenly somebody with a sword would come in, and that would be revealed to be none other than Sasuke Uchiha, who comes in and straight just begins to dismantle Konan. He just destroys her in like half a second, bro. Like it's tragic. He cuts her in half, and it's almost like he swears he could see paper like is the thing that makes up her body. But regardless of that, what would end up happening afterwards is that Naruto now has to face off against Obito and the remaining passive Pains, alongside the help of Sasuke, who at this point would simply just say Sage Mode, and Naruto would do so as well, as they both activate their Sage Mode, and Naruto from here would go on to say, alright, so how do we beat this guy? Sasuke simply says that they could just like take out those other guys and then focus on him later, and Naruto and him would both smile. They then jump off of each other and they blitz in, moving so fast that Obito couldn't even register it, and all the paths would just get dismantled. We're talking Dragon Ball Z style, where like when like Trunks ended up destroying all the weaker soldiers. That's pretty much how sad it is, like that they were able to just absolutely obliterate them, right? And what would end up going down after that is that then they would turn towards Obito, and it'd be at this moment that more ninjas would end up arriving. Like Kakashi would be on the scene, Mike Guy would be on the scene, you know, Neji would be there, Hinata's there, like all the ninjas are there, and they're looking at him, and Naruto simply says, "You just signed your death wish." And Obito would look around realizing that he's screwed, and he straight just teleports out of there. Like normally I have Obito get bodied and that's the end, but nah, genuinely speaking, I think Obito values his own life, and he just straight disappears from existence. Like he just gets out of there and straight just gives up on the plan of the Kodo Matsukami, because it's just not gonna work. Not while Naruto Uzumaki breeds. And then years would pass, ultimately leading to the Otsutsuki finally arriving. And when Naruto meets them, he'd be like super excited. Like he'd be like, finally, I have somebody that I can face off against. Like use all of these cool moves and attacks and all this stuff. But when they arrive, like, bro, they're so weak. Like their taijutsu skills are so lame, and Naruto doesn't even get to enjoy the fight that he's always wanted. Ultimately, Naruto is just way too strong for anybody in the Naruto verse to even handle. And honestly, he was already at that level from the first mission of the Land of the Wave, so that's that. And that pretty much would end up concluding, what if Naruto had straight hands? AKA, what if Naruto was a taijutsu master, right? I ended up actually enjoying this series. It was a short one, a lovely one, but the next series that will be dropping on the channel will probably be a My Hero one alongside another Naruto one. So definitely be sure to check that out, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.